Hi everyone, it's Heidi. Today we're going to be reacting to, I think, a more serious video. It's called Cops from Around the World React to U.S. Policing. It was put out by the New York Times about a year ago, and that is a US-based YouTube channel, so I'm very interested to see what this has to offer. I know that our US policing is very messed up, but I'm interested to see what new things maybe we can learn today, so let's do this. Okay, so it says this video includes scenes of graphic violence, first of all. All right, so buckle up.
Okay, I'm gonna hit play now.
It's the first moment when we can clearly see that Floyd is face down on the ground, with 3 officers applying pressure to his neck, torso, and legs.
That's a murder.
I remember this! I mean, obviously it did not happen very long ago, but that sent people in a riot, literally. Okay, US police kill more civilians than the police of any other wealthy country. What do officers from abroad think about that?
I'm speechless, if I'm honest.
Whoa!
Oh. Okay, so they'll say where they're from. Awesome. Show them how the US handles policing.
It's absolutely unacceptable.
I'm sorry, man. That's...
Hours of training required in the United States versus the job.
For a barber, 1,300 hours.
It's 3,500 hours for being a plumber.
I would hope that police officers are getting a little more than what a barber gets.
And maybe towards where the lawyer is. Whoa!
It's so dumb.
In Germany, I trained 3 years. We have practical and theoretical training.
In Northern Ireland, we're not just taught the legal side, we're taught how to use and think on our feet as well. And it's those skills that make you a better police officer.
It also doesn't help that America's policing system is fragmented to the point of farce, with around 18,000 different forces.
18,000.
18,000 sets of rules, policies, regulations, and 18,000 levels of accountability.
Here in Canada, we have 141.
In the UK, we have got 43.
In Italy, there's basically only 2.
We have 17.
Oh my gosh. That's a way bigger difference than I expected. What the heck? Why are we doing that? I understand that every state is extremely different from state to state. Like it's so crazy, but man, that's insane.
I will never complain about that anymore since there is a country that has 18,000.
The Warrior Mindset, Kentucky State Police Academy.
Gee.
The very first essential for success is a perpetually constant and regular employment of violence.
Oh, there's the word again, violence. I don't like that word.
Who said that?
Oh my god. It's Hitler.
His quote is actually part of the slide that they're using. Is that right?
So ours?
I don't like to say that name.
I'm speechless, if I'm honest.
So we're using that in our, let's see.
Violence. I don't like
Let
that
me just,
word.
Who said
okay, wait a second. Violence of action. So this is, what is this regulation? Let's see. So the warrior mindset, let's see, Kentucky State. So this is just Kentucky. Okay, I had to like rewind. What the heck? I was not expecting that. What in the world? Why would they be using that? State, this is the entire state of Kentucky, it looks like. I wonder if they've taken it out since this video. I wonder, because this was a year ago. I'd be interested to see how they're doing now.
State Police Academy.
Gee.
The very first essential for success is a perpetually constant and regular employment of violence.
Oh, there's the word again, violence. I don't like that word.
Who said that?
We'll have to look it up.
Oh my god. It's Hitler.
His quote is actually part of the slide that they're using. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't like to say that name.
I'm speechless, if I'm honest.
Okay, it says officers are known to attend bulletproof mind workshops, which claim to help prepare your mind for combat.
There's been silly people that don't like the use of that word warrior with law enforcement. Is our cops the frontline troops in this war? Yeah. And they don't want to use the word warrior?
Is he saying that police officers are at war with the community? The police officer is there to serve the community.
Sir, I have to tell you, I do have a firearm on me.
Don't reach for it, then. Don't pull it out. Don't pull it out.
All we see is this scenario going the way that we've been trained that it could go.
Guess which of the following images are US soldiers in Iraq and which are police officers in American cities?
Sorry. For reals, though. Okay, immediately, because I didn't know that they use the terminology of warrior, in training. I wasn't aware of that. That automatically puts them on the opposite team of citizens of the US. I feel like that's not a good mindset. That is so weird. That is so weird. Anyway.
Okay, all of them I think are soldiers.
And I think number 2 and 4 are militaries. Oh!
They're all cops.
They're all police.
They're all police. Oh, shit. No.
For several nights this week, this was Ferguson, Missouri.
Policing is very dangerous work, but police officers are not warriors.
I police in Northern Ireland, have done for 21 years. I still, to this day, have to check under my car for a bomb being underneath my car. And even then, I still do not see myself as a warrior.
I'm happy that our police officers have got the sense to be able to talk to members of the public and realize that they're servants of the public and not an occupying force.
Cops accused of stealing over $225,000 can't be sued thanks to qualified immunity.
What's that?
Judges created qualified immunity to protect individual officers from liability.
And what it's morphed into is almost absolute immunity for law enforcement officers.
It's probably a dream comes true for officers that want to break the law.
The same law that should apply to members of the public should apply to the police officers as well.
We have to take the same consequences. We have to have the same punishment.
Yes. This is something that I haven't thought about in a while. Maybe I just block it out of my mind for a second because it's so dumb. It is insane how much police officers can get away with. I remember for the Floyd case, the one that was mentioned a tiny bit at the beginning of the video. If you haven't looked it up yet, don't. Just kidding, you should. But I remember the police officer who was in charge of that. It took so long for him to get any kind of punishment. Like, people in the community were, petitioning for him to get more punishment, because it was like, they're not doing anything to him. He just murdered a man for no reason, for absolutely no reason. I remember I was so furious. Like, what the heck is going on? Anyway, that's crazy. I do wonder if there have been any improvements since then. Because I haven't really thought about it in maybe like half a year or so. I wonder what might be different now in the policing. I'm going to look into that. Let's look into that because, I need to be updated on that. Okay. Independent bodies to hold police accountable.
We have the Special Investigations Unit. We have the Office of the Independent Police Review Directorate.
I used to be the chief of the police academy in Georgia, and also I used to be the chief of Ukrainian National Police. They were both very corrupted, and it was a huge legacy from the Soviet Union. In Georgia, we disbanded entire traffic police. We fired 15 to 20,000 police officers. And Ukraine, It was the same. Reforms in the law enforcement system were so vital. You have accountability in front of the citizens.
Yes, I love seeing that they're actually doing something about the corruption in policing. And it's hard in the US when there's corruption in the government. When we're not taking care of corruption in the government, why would we take care of corruption in policing? That's the least of our worries, right? No, gosh, we need to do things about this.
Research suggests that black people are about 3 times more likely to be killed by police than white people.
So you agree that there may be systemic racism?
I don't agree that there's systemic racism in the police
Of course there is. Early in the 90s, in the UK, a young man called Stephen Lawrence was murdered. The government commissioned an investigation. It concluded that there was systemic racism in the police service. The beginning of the solution is to acknowledge that it exists.
Yes. People are in such denial about that. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I'm like literally sweating right now. I'm sweating because this is bringing back a lot of emotions that I think that I admit to kind of like suppressing for a while. Because there was a big blow up, a while ago about this, and then it kind of calmed down and we try and move on with our lives, and I don't think that's a good thing. This is good that it's reminding me of this. My freaking gosh.
Officers cuff Floyd's hands behind his back, and Koenig walks him to the restaurant wall.
All right, what's your name?
He was quite impassive, right? I mean, he was not aggressive at all.
Floyd says he is claustrophobic and refuses to enter the police car. He tells them he can't breathe.
I didn't realize that they had got him handcuffed and in a seated position. Well, leave him there and find out what his medical problems are.
All 4 officers are now gathered around Floyd.
They had him in the car once. I don't understand why they ripped him out of the car.
Why isn't that other officer telling him to get off his neck?
1 to 3 big guys. I mean, it's like, of course, it's excessive use of force.
The fact that not one of them have actually turned around and said, get off his neck. It's almost that arrogance.
Chauvin's kept his knee on Floyd's neck for a total of 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
That's a murder. I really do feel sorry for the police officers who were there, want to do a good job.
And doing their job in very difficult circumstances and putting their lives at risk.
But there is no rule of law with corruption. There is no democracy with corruption.
I identify myself with being a cop very much. I love my job. And when I see that other people wearing the same uniform as I do, killing people, I feel ashamed.
Yeah. And it's not just killing people, it's killing people for really no good reason. No good reason. He wasn't armed. Like he was just oh my gosh, it's so weird that they feel very entitled. This is something that I believe that police officers, not all police officers, some police officers are amazing and they really try to do the right thing and be very humane with people. This is not a generalization. There are, gosh, it kind of is though. I don't know, it's so hard because I feel like there is a lot of corruption, a lot of weird people being police officers, but I feel like they feel very entitled of, if I want you to get in the car, then you're getting in the car no matter what. It's not I don't know, maybe I need to learn more about the laws, but I don't think it's a law I don't know. Basically, the law here is to listen to the police officers and do whatever they say, or else you could die. Like, that's messed up. So anyway, I think it's really very, very incredibly messed up. And I'd like to learn, look back into this, see what's going on now, if we've made any improvements, if any improvements are still happening. Because I feel like people haven't been talking about it for a while. And maybe that's bad, because maybe we've settled again. But anyway, yeah, as always, I'm sure you guys will have a lot of comments about this video. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you know anything more recently that I haven't really looked into yet. If you have any suggestions for other videos for us to react to on this channel, definitely, I want all of your insights. So thank you very much for watching with me today. And I will see you in the next video. Go take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye.